And we're back. Welcome back to another episode here for Marquette University Golden Eagles. Today we're going to be playing our first in-conference game against Memphis University. I'm very excited to be playing this game. First conference game. Hopefully we can pull off the dub. And as we start with the game here, it seems like Memphis is going to get the ball. Novak's going to take the ball. He's going to pitch it out to Cooper. Cooper's going to get a good rush here. Our safeties are not going to be able, Gandy's not going to be able to tackle him, and he's going to get an easy 40-yard rushing touchdown. Not a good play, but hey, got plenty of time to develop there. All right, we're going to do a little read option here. We're going to pitch it out to Dean. Dean's going to get a couple yards, 4 yards for the rush there. All right, now Sanderson's going to get about 11 yards. Pretty good job by Sanderson. Now we got Sanderson again. Sanderson off to the races. Sanderson gets about 14 yards. Sanderson starting off a great rushing game today. All right, now Sanderson's back on it again. Sanderson, yet another great rush for 10 yards. And now Crouch is going to actually pass it here. He sees a man, but he's going to throw it wide left, and Scholler is going to get the pick there. Sanderson throwing a pick. It's kind of what we're used to at this point. Patrick gets stuffed, and we're going to actually cause a defensive 3 and out. That's what I like to see. All right, now Sanderson's going to get the ball again. Sanderson gets a good 7-yard rush. Now we're driving down the field a little more. It seems that Crouch is going to take a read option. Crouch is going to get a good 11-yard gain. It seems like our rushing game is working pretty well so far as we head into the red zone here. As Crouch is going to try a screen pass, he sees his man Sanderson. Sanderson's going to get the blocks, and Sanderson is going to go in for the TD. Let's go. Sanderson, tutty. Hey, I like my screens. All right, we're going to have the ball again, and our boy Carl Dean gets a catch, a quick pass catch. Now Dean's not going to get a lot of receiving yards, but he's definitely going to get the most pancakes on the team, and that is for sure. All right, Crouch sees he just sees an open lane, he just takes it. Hey, if he sees a lane, if he gets 10 million rushing yards, I'm fine with that. Richardson, C.J. Richardson, our senior, gets a 13-yard screen pass thrown to him. Richardson's actually been a good part of our offense as Warwick scores a touchdown. Let's go. Get a passing touchdown. That's pretty cool. 2 passing touchdowns so far and an interception. But C.J. Richardson surprisingly is, as we get a good defensive plug there. And we're going to get another defensive plug as we've caused 2 negative yard plays so far. As Sanderson, we're going to hand off to him. As I was saying about Richardson, as Sanderson gets a good rush. Richardson's actually been a big part of our offense. And I wasn't expecting him to do much. I was expecting him to have a bad senior season. But Sanderson gets the first down, 11-yard rush. Sanderson is going to have a high. He has 10 average per rush so far. And he almost is around that 100-yard marker. As we see a wide open man in Warwick, and we are off to the races. We are rolling, we are scoring, and we're going against Memphis here today. Zach Crouch has 3 touchdowns. Passing, which is quite insane, as we get another defensive tackle for loss. Our defensive line is doing a really good job today. No sacks just yet, as we do actually get a sack here by our man, the myth, the legend, Jesse Gibbons. Big part of our defense. That's what I'm talking about. Let's freaking go. Defense looking immaculate today, as they're going to try to make a field goal, but the rain, the wind are not going to cooperate with the kicker, and our curse for kickers is continuing. Warwick gets a good screen pass dumped off to him there, and we're going to do another little read option here. Crouch can take it. Crouch going to take it for a good gain. Crouch to the 20, gets tackled around the 16-yard line for a 38-yard rush. We have a lot of rushing yards today, as Crouch is going to scramble out. I don't think he sees an open man. Actually, he does. He's going to throw it down to Hart, and Hart's going to get a good catch there. Wow. Good stuff by Crouch to actually have awareness, as Sanderson should have been plugged up for the turnover on downs, but we actually end up getting the first down, which is what I like to see. Crouch is going to roll out. Crouch doesn't see a man. He's going to see a lane, though, and Crouch is going to get about 8-yard rush. And we're going to do another read option here as Crouch is going to take the ball. Crouch is going to pitch it out. Richardson is going to get the first down. You're going to see a lot of wide receivers actually going into that read option positions, and I'm very excited to have them have a lot of rushing yards this year. Sanderson gets his first rushing touchdown of the day, and we're going to not be able to bring down Novak He slips off a tackle and rushes in for a touchdown. This is a conference play. They're, of course, not going to give up without a fight. As Sanderson gets a good rush there, extends for the first down. Good job by Sanderson. And next play, we're going to actually run another read option. You're going to see a lot of those in this modern playbook we got rolling as Crouch slides for about 10, 11 yards. And we're going to end up going 3 and out, but our boy, Mr. 35, Ramia Parsons, is going to get a sack on defense. Our defense is rocking and rolling. We're making a lot of good defensive stops here, and I honestly like how our defense has grown over the past couple weeks as they missed yet another field goal, and our field goal curse continues. As Blue gets a good 9-yard rush. I think that's one of his first rushes of the day, as Blue's going to get another rush here. He gets more than 9. He gets around 12 yards. That's what I'm talking about. As yet again, we're going to run another read option. We're going to hand off to Blue. Blue's going to get the first down, 11-yard rush. Now Blue's rocking and rolling, and now we are going to do a play action pass. Crouch is going to throw it off, overthrows Warwick a little bit, and is going to throw another pick. Crouch is pick happy this year, that is for sure. As we're going to have to make a defensive stop here. As Cooper gets tripped up, his offensive lineman gets driven back, and he's going to get tackled for loss there by Mr. Amir Wolf. And we're going to hopefully make a defensive stop here. We have good coverage here, as Wolf is going to actually make 2 plays in a row. Wolf gets a sack and a tackle for loss, back-to-back plays. Amir Wolf, let's freaking go by our defense there. And sadly, they're going to score. But what can you do? This is a conference game. They're going to, of course, come back. They're going to want to win. And we're going to go 3 and out. We're going to give them the ball back. We're going to have to make a defensive stop here, as they're going to make a draw. We're going to be tackled for a loss on that play. As Novak's going to pitch it off. Novak is going to pitch it off to Patrick, who is sadly going to score. It's almost a tie ball game here. It seems like we might go to overtime. We might not. It seems that our offense is going to have to step up here late in the game. 58 seconds left to go. We're going to have a little return here by Mr. Blue. Let's see if Mr. Blue can actually take this back to the house. Blue's going to juke a guy. Blue is going to get off to the races. Blue, 50 to the 40, has to beat one man. Blue gets tripped up right around the 15, 16-yard line. Blue almost got the TV, but he put us in good field position as Fitzpatrick gets the ball dumped off to him. It's a pretty good gain on that play, putting us right in first and goal position. We're sadly going to have to kick a field goal, but hey, we don't miss it, and we win the game. So that's pretty good on my part, I would consider. Zach Crouch had a pretty dang good game today with 158.4 passing rating, 17 for 24, not 26, 180 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 70% completion rating, and our offensive line only let up 1 sack. Of course, not the best passing game for Mr. Crouch, but it was a really good rushing game. 13 for 74, 5.6 average. Sanderson, 13 for 97, 7.4, 1 touchdown. Sanderson had a pretty dang good game, almost had 100 yards. Blue, 6 for 36, 6 yards average. And our boy Dean, 2 for 8, 4 yards. Fellows, 2 for 6, 3 yards. Our boy Wayne, sadly, had a rush, didn't get any yards. Richardson, 1 for 11. Warwick, 1 for 2. And Hart, 1 for 1. So you're seeing a lot more wide receivers in the run game here, as Warwick gets a good amount of yardage, 4 for 70, 17.5, 2 touchdowns. Fitzpatrick had a good 3 for 23. Hart had 2 for 38. Mr. Sanderson had 2 for 14 on that screen pass. He had a touchdown. TJ Richardson, 2 for 15, working in those screen pass plays. Blue, 2 for 2. Fellows, 1 for -2. And Dean, 1 for 20 on that pretty good quick pass we had. That was a pretty good factor in our game. Of course, Dean leading us in pancakes, 3 pancakes, and Dickens had 1 pancake on the day. Now switching over to defense, we got Mr. Ronaldo Tyree leading us in tackles, actually tied with Gandy and Lee with 5 solo tackles each, as we did get a couple, 3 sacks today actually. 1 by Givens, 1 by Parsons, and 1 by Wolf. That being said, I'm very proud of our defense, how they played today. Our interior defensive linemen and our exterior defensive linemen all across the board played really good. Our defense all together as a collective unit played really good, and I'm proud of them there today. Our offense did pretty good as well. And across the whole board, we did really well. As our kicker, Mr. Tillman, had a perfect game. punting a couple times with Dodson, and we did have a couple kick returns. Blue almost returned it for the kick 6, but hey, he's going to get it one of these days, as he also got a punt returner too. As we wrap this episode up, we head back to the home screen, and we see that our team is over 500. We are 2-1. We're halfway to our 4-win goal. I think we might actually be able to get above 4 wins, but we will have to see how our offense and defense matures over the season. I'm starting to get used to our playbook, so I think we're going to excel a lot more here in the next couple of games. Very excited to be continuing this series. If you guys are new, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you're returning, feel free to do the same. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.